So, how is the pro setting in the Wavegarden pools, in particular the Atlantic Park surf pool? Well, here we'll go through a little session I had on the 5'9" FIREWIRE groove, and I'll let you know what I think, honest opinion here on the pro setting, which at Atlantic Park Surf, it is the second to highest skill setting besides the pro barrel setting, which here is a clip of CJ Hobgood getting slotted on the pro barrel. And the only difference that I kind of have noticed is the pro barrel, you have to wear a helmet, and also it kind of seems to have a slightly more bigger barrel, but the drop in and everything is kind of similar. So let's go through the pro setting, and let me tell you why I think it's the sickest setting and why I think it's probably the go-to setting you want to choose when you're shredding Atlantic Park Surf. Alright y'all, so there's like heaps of settings and it can be kind of confusing actually when you're first riding Atlantic Park Surf. But I managed to check off a bunch of these, and to me the pro setting, as you're going to watch here in pretty much real time from beginning to end in the session for the hour session, is why this is such a great setting. So for the first 20 to 30 minutes, you're surfing all these waves that don't really barrel, but it is kind of a nice warm up so you can fall a few times like that to get used to the wave, to feel the wave, what it should be like, etc. And by the time it does start barreling halfway through, you're primed and ready. You're ready to shred. Now the expert wave and the pro wave are actually pretty similar. It's hard to even really tell them much apart. But the pro wave, especially when it starts barreling, to me it's a lot better of a barrel, and it seems a little more realistic, a little more open. Probably like the pro barrel wave is a little more open, but wearing that helmet isn't the most fun, and it doesn't seem too different than the pro wave to me, even though, spoiler alert, I haven't surfed the pro barrel wave yet. So now the wave has started barreling, and once it starts barreling, it is game on, because these barrels on the inside, they are reminiscent of, if that's the right word, Cape Hatteras, S-turns, little sneaky barrels, Nag's Head, Jeanette's Piero barrels, Black's Beach barrels. It is all you want, it's all you need, and you get obsessed with the second half of the wave, this barrel right here. You become a barrel fiend. And to me, this is the perfect blend of, you can still shred the wave, you don't have to wear a helmet, it is a little cheaper than the pro barrel, and the times are also different. The pro barrel, they seem to throw you at nighttime, where this water was already going to be 56 in some of these sessions, 57. I checked today, it's 53, so it's no joke how cold it can get. But I could surf this pro session all day, every day. These barrels open up and they stay just big enough where it's awesome. And the expert wave does kind of do this, but to me it's just a little less amazing as this. So it probably is very skill oriented in how these waves you pick them, because if you want a barrel like this, I think you have to at least, be surfing for a little bit, know what you're doing. You can't just go out there and get these barrels, because it does require some skill, even though I do make it look quite easy. No big deal. Now the FIREWIRE groove, I think, could be the perfect wave pool board. You do want to size it a little smaller than your ocean board, even though the water is less buoyant. There's things that are missing, like ocean currents. You don't have to paddle as much. You just want to fit in that pocket and fit in these barrels as easy as you can. So a shorter board, and just a board that has rails that are a little more pinched. The volume and the board type of the FIREWIRE groove is a little fuller. It is a Rob Machado shape, so it's not straight potato chip, but if you ride lots of twin fins and lots of fishes like me, it actually is the perfect blend of high performance and fish that works great in the pool, great in the pro barrel session. Don't look at that part where I bogged down though, but you get out of the barrels and it just feels great. I did ride one set of fins in this board. I think they were the pivots, kind of a small fin, and it did feel quite awful, I'm not gonna lie. I had in this session the 3-2 fins, and they felt amazing. So fin selection matters a lot in the pool, I realize as well, tons. That's why you don't see a lot of twin fins out there, because you want that back pivot fin. So I think the pro session is well worth the price of admission, even though it is one of the pricier sessions. You're gonna get tubed like this and be having a ball, and The hour goes by super quick. You're going to get enough barrels to satisfy even the biggest barrel fiend out there. This is the most barrel that I've gotten in like years, and I live in a really great surf area. But this, you know when the barrel's coming, you can get set up. The last 20 minutes of the session, the first part of the wave is just a kind of a setup for this barrel, but just don't blow like that. But it's kind of like the pro barrel, where you're really just getting slotted. The pro, especially the second half, it's all about the barrel. But what's nice is you still get to shred in that first half, kind of like in the expert, but I think the barrel in the pro is worth it for sure. Now this thing kind of was doubling up into what was happening, and I ate it. But the advanced and a lot of the earlier, like less intense sessions, they don't barrel like this. So if you want any kind of barrel, you have to at least go expert and above. But you do need to know what you're doing. So y'all, if you want to get a nice little slow-mo barrel like this and really claim it, definitely check out the pro session at Atlantic Park Surf or any of the wave gardens. I think it's your best bet to really get shacked and have a great time. Alright y'all, thanks for watching. If you want to watch my full FIREWIRE Groove in-depth review, you can click right there. Smash the like, hit subscribe for more Atlantic Park surf videos coming and all kinds of other surf-focused content. I appreciate all my subscribers, all my day ones. Thanks y'all, till next time, we's out of here. Peace. Click right there.